Oh yeah, I turned it down before. But speak rather quietly, so I'll move it to make it pretty loud here. That was a bit of a esports times two, but to your ears anyways. But okay. Whoops. You guys are running what? Winston Goats with Baptiste. Yeah, so it's looking like Winston Goats with Baptiste on Hanamura. Alright. Scouting with the Sombra. Nice. Pretty standard. So, I don't know. So I guess you guys haven't done any scouting for who you're playing. I don't know what kind of match this is. You guys are unsure what they're running, so you want to scout first. Either way, you're on the Winston though. It looks like. Okay, so they're running a Bastion cop on first. Okay, so okay, healing up. Where are you going? What's their comp? What's their comp? It's past 45 seconds. You didn't check after 45. You checked it like at 40 seconds, and then you never checked. Nobody said what they're running. They just said Bastion comp. No, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. I mean, I'm assuming a Bastion comp is like Navrissa, Diva, Bastion, Baptiste. But I don't know the other two players that they would put there. They could put a Mercy if they wanted. There's a lot of things they could run there if they wanted. I feel like so. I think it's. I feel like it's a little better to obviously to know what they're running because maybe this is a pre-discussed thing that you guys have that you know what Bastion comp is or something. But for me, there's still a lot of questions unanswered by Bastion comp, even though most of it's there. I'd like to know all of it so we can make a plan. Okay, we're gonna amp through mid, amp through mid. Where to point? To right? To left? Where are you amping mid? I'm gonna assume that means to point. I'm assuming your team knows that as well. Um, but it's always best to be direct with the calls. But if that's something that you guys have established already, then of course that doesn't matter. So you're amping through mid to, or you're going to wait, heal up, and matrix and amp through mid. So you won't have matrix available for fight. But let's see what you guys do. Obviously, you guys need matrix to get in. What do you? Now you guys are waiting for amp. You guys, it's been 20 seconds since you could hit tab and you still haven't hit tab. You have no idea what they're running. He amped. He amped and your diva just. Why didn't diva? Diva has matrix, doesn't she? Why don't you let diva take the chart? No, diva should be behind the team so she can matrix the damage, but she just fucks it, I guess. Well, why are you walking as Winston here? Why wouldn't you just jump underneath them? It's not like the Bastion comp is going to drop on you. That'd be horrible for them. They'd have to move and reset up, and then your team could catch them out of rotation. Man, if only you knew that they had a Hanzo sitting up high ground that would also shoot at you guys from an angle. What is your Sombra doing this whole time? Some so your diva just bots the fuck out. It looks like yeah, your diva just straight bots out. And your wait, your Sombras in spawn somehow? Okay, so now we caught a glimpse. Damn it. There we go. Um, so you guys are running Winston. Okay, wait, when did you guys swap? Oh, you guys had Zen from the start, yeah. So you're just running standard Winston goats, Winston Sombra goats. Although, no, you guys aren't. You guys are running a weird combination of it. Normally you'd get rid of the diva and put in the Sombra, but you got rid of your Zarya. So you got rid of your main damage dealer in the comp and replaced it with someone who does even less damage than diva. That's odd, an odd choice here. But maybe it's disgusting. But I don't see what the point of running. No, this just seems bad. This just seems bad. I feel like you should swap back to Sombra or to Zarya, um, so that you actually have damage for your comp and the bubbles for your. Unless you guys are playing for the EMP, but then if you're playing for something like the EMP, why wouldn't you like cyber dive or something like that? Um, cyber dive, doomfist dive, even Chinese cheese might work better than this. With like a Doomfist main tank kind of thing, but um, just your Zarya, just missing out on your Zarya's damage and peel for the hack and EMP, it doesn't seem worth it. Even if you they're so grouped that even if you get a hack on something, it's not something that any of you guys can engage on, really. And if you can't engage on anything because you have no damage to engage on that as well, uh, added to the fact that they're all so grouped up that diving would be suicide anyway because the other five people on your team and plus the hacked person can still shoot with insta kill you. Um, so I'm not sure about this. Um, I think their comp on the other hand is very good. They have the Bastion original wants to sit up on this high ground. Let me see if you is a somewhere to review or something. The Bastion Ursa comp is going to sit up on the high ground with the Hanzo with the Baptiste, but the Hanzo, Diva, and Mercy are all free to roam and can do a very good job of poking you guys out. So like even if you guys go on point, they can poke you out with the Hanzo from point while the Diva can test and the Baptiste heals from that position. All meanwhile the Orisa and Bash can reposition if needed. I just don't feel like the very good counter run overall, but I want to see how you guys do it and approach it. Right now, you guys haven't really talked about a plan. All you said is speed to point. We're over a minute into the match, and we have no plan of attack. You just said speed to point, and that's all we've done. And then we waited for cooldowns that we misused, and just walked forward and fed. It's a bit of miscommunication, but I want to see how it works out. Okay, it's the left, stairs up. Why you? Uh, I feel like Goats wants I feel like your win condition is in this is to force a rotation and catch them in rotation. What you what you lack in damage, you make up for in speed. So you guys can very quickly engage on a target. I don't know if you catch them in rotation, it's probably where they're the strongest, or if Hanzo takes a risky flank or something like that. But even so, I think that plan is iffy. But I think it's your best shot, considering your comp and theirs. Um, and I don't. I feel like what purpose does it serve to go up the stairs and go right here? Aren't you just delaying your time and giving Bastion a nice opportunity to shoot you guys when you all walk past this long ridgeway? Or why go left? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. fucking right. I'm actually a complete idiot. Did you say go? Did they say go left or go right? They might have said go left. So they're going. So you guys just dove on them. Okay. Okay. I just want to watch this through so I get idea of what to talk about as I go because I want to think. I don't know how. Oh, why was Bastion? Oh, did we get a hack on Bastion? No, I can't tell. No, that's Mercy's damages. I thought that was Somber's hack. So Somber doesn't get the hack on Bastion. He doesn't have the thing above him, but for some reason he's not in Sentry form, which is just completely. I don't actually know. That's actually lucky because I'm surprised you guys got this far. And then he decides to ult when you guys push him, which is never a good idea because Bastion's ult takes way too long to set up to be an effective use, to be very effective at peeling off a dive um, that has already come in. Um, but um, they have their matrix. I guess they didn't have their lamp either. Why didn't they have lamp? You didn't destroy lamp. You guys haven't done anything the whole game, and he just doesn't have lamp for some reason. So this is two things you got lucky on, which is I guess why you got skill. He decides to ult instead. You guys kill Baptiste and Bastion and the Diva mech and still lose the fight. We'll see. First thing, what is your Somber doing exactly? Mm, and they late back, but maybe they just got the route. Orisa just sits and shreds. Hanzo picks up your Sombra. Maybe I think your Sombra was dueling Hanzo, I guess. Um, for you, I think you're doing fine. There's three targets here, and you're just applying damage. You fall off, but um, focusing the target your team called, I guess, is okay. But there's also I don't know. Like you focus what your team calls, but don't tunnel vision. If you see your teammates are only calling what they can see, and if you see something that can turn the fight and make a difference, you should be able to make that decision on your own to ignore your teammates' calls, or not ignore, but inform them of an opportunity you see and you're taking. So they're calling Bastion low, but this look how low this Orisa is. Look at her, dude. Just fucking press whatever V mouse wheel. Just punch her in the fucking face, dude. She's one, and instead we go after the full health Bastion, which is good. Your team called it, but you could have just killed Orisa and did that, and now Orisa's half health, and so at this point, how many of your team have died? Let's see, Diva's dead, Somber dead. You guys are one down. You guys are three down. It is a 3v5. with a Valking Mercy, a still alive Hanzo, and a Rissa, you don't win this. This isn't all. But spur of the moment things are easy to overlook. So you guys are really focused on getting the Bastion. You probably wanted to kill Bastion. Uh, I think it's a big deal. I don't think the problem was the Mercy. I don't think I'm surprised you got that far with that dive. I don't think you should have. I think you should have insta died when you dived. Yes, yes. Just sit in the same spot, low forehead. Use all your matrix to go in, dive top, and then just wait there and kill the Mercy too. I'm sure they won't shoot you at all. It's not like they have a fuck ton of damage. Hanzo shits damage. Like some people, I think because they're they hate Hanzo as a character. They just don't respect how much damage he shits. Like characters like Ash, Hanzo, McCree, they shit damage. Like people think Junkrat shits damage. A Hanzo shits damage. Okay, so you're going in. They used the fuels. What else did they use? What do you mean they used a few? A few? What do you mean they used a few? I'm assuming this is a team. The team scrim maybe or something. That's what I'm assuming, anyways. But you say they use some ults. Well, what? Let's see ults exactly here. How do I get the actual bento? Isn't it Mark? Oh, there we go. They used Bastion ult. How to work, dude? Ultra slowdown, dude. The frame by frame. Giving a frame by frame analysis. This video will be fucking done in 2025. Okay. That. Dude. How do you just use the fucking marker? I don't think you can use it in full screen. How? Okay, you just can't use it in full screen. That's fucking stupid. So Bastion just used his ult. We saw that. Baptiste just used his ult. Mercy just used his ult. Hanzo just used ult. Hanzo might be close though. They for sure have Bongo and Paul. So instead of just saying they used some ults last fight, call out the ults that they used and try to prepare win conditions in the case that they use their ults. Because if you were them, what would you do? And how would you try to win the fight with the resources you have? And then you have to decide based on that in your comp and your strengths and the map how you want to win the fight given what they're going to try to do. Hanzo's getting close though. Hanzo, he didn't shit out that much damage after his ult, but he's sure getting close. And Baptiste is also a mystery. Baptiste used his ult at the start of that fight, but he died. So he should still be low. And Mercy got out of Valk at the end of the fight and probably just healed up Orisa. So not much on there. Maybe like 20% on Mercy, maybe less. Hanzo might be higher than that though, because he did shred you quite a lot in Primal Rage. So you should also be aware of that when, especially with things like Winston and all the tanks in general. You have to be aware of how much you feed because it's super easy to do with Winston. When you think you can do something with Primal and then you just insta die, it happens all the time. But The bad thing to do is feed. The good thing to do is feed and tell your teammates that you fed. Okay. So you're waiting on your Sombra. You're going for a hack engage. It's true. And they're forced to pop. Nice. They played that so badly. Wow. It's good that they are fucking awful. I'm surprised it even took you guys this long if you could just do this. Hanzo. Okay. Enemy misplays aside. Let's see. Let's analyze what you did well. So you guys all dived in as a team. Applied you as the Winston. Maximum cleave. And you're insta focusing the Bastion. They somehow get low enough to use Diva Bomb? Is she even low? Diva is not low. Diva just decides to bomb. In the worst way. And doesn't Orisa has supercharger? Why hasn't Orisa superchargered? She's saving it for next round? It's a premature immortality field as well. You guys have the trance stuff for it. He decides to Bastion ult, even though he does so much more damage when he's just normal Bastion. It's kind of like Winston in a sense. Like if you get if there's a grab and you're Winston, you don't want to ult the grab because you do more damage out of ult. You do 50 damage per second with your cannon, as opposed to 40 damage a second with your primal swings. So you don't ult when you want to do more damage as Winston, at least in a maximum team kind of setting, because you can obviously do more damage when you're primal and juggle properly. But same with Bastion, he does more damage when he's not actually in his tank form, tank configuration. He does more damage as normal sentry. So I don't know why he would ult that there either. And then you just melt them from there. You guys get one with bomb and destroy the immortality field. Destroyed. How did that work? Oh, wait, did you? I'm so confused. Oh, it's hacked. Oh, there we go. It was hacked. Nice hack by your Sombra. That's a very good. And your Sombra is actually in a very nice position for this fight. She's just behind them, spraying into them. Very well done by your Sombra. Nice job. Nice punch, by the way. Crazy. And then you guys just clean up on that fight. Nice. Very good. Oh, nice body block. Oh, why? What is it? Dude, you guys did this so well, and then your Lucio just fucks it. Like, what does a Lucio? What else does a Lucio do other than boop? Like, every time I ever see a Lucio player, all they do is constantly boop, and your Lucio like is the pacifist, I guess, the hidden gem, who just doesn't like to boop. Well, now you guys have to throw your advantage. That kind of sucks. Why are you guys splitting? Why are you splitting as goats? That's like coordination thing, I guess. You guys are diving Zen like you're running dive, but if you're running dive, why are you playing with these three supports like this? You're not playing to the strengths of your comp. So now you well, this is the fight's over. I do want to discuss this jump though. So you've all on point, and there's a Winston. Just how many of you guys are on point? Or like near point at least? Two, one, two, three, four. There's five of you on point, and there's a Winston just killing your Zen in the backline. Your Zen didn't even say anything, and it was because of this hasty dive you guys took. So in the picture, as Winston builds on Hanamura second, you probably want to take high ground to position your Zen to shit out damage on the point because they're also running Winston, but that Winston has to decide either to commit to points and be able to focus down a member with his team, or to um, eliminate the Zen on high ground. But then, of course, the Zen can then drop into his team, and his team can help him, whereas the Winston will still be removed from his team now on high ground and such like that. But I think more importantly, it gives you the space. Not only does it careen the enemy into a smaller and smaller space and force them to have the positional disadvantage by taking the high ground away from them, but it gives you the option of having a safe space to retreat to and being able to get massive cleave on the enemy. So I think you want to take high ground here as your team and use the high ground to apply pressure and take more space and force them to the point and get picks through giving your Zen an easier time to deal damage because your Zen is almost like your primary damage dealer in this comp because of the lack of a Zarya. Oh yeah, you're big rallied, I guess. Don't blame him, dude. It's your teammate. Hit him with the look at the kill feed. Like this is calm, dude. You're on Zen. He was on Zen. They're just they're just completely not playing together. This is a mess. That's a weird champ. Your teammates sound like cunts. But other than that, this is a complete fucking mess. Okay, so your enemy is running standard Winston goats, but for some fucking reason, they're all just spread out and nobody's standing next to Zen. I don't know how this ever happens. Dude, he has every single peel character in the game. The best characters at peeling in the game are on the team. Zarya, Zarya, fucking Diva, Brig, and Lucio are all on the team. And you guys just walk through fucking mid. You just walk in and jump him. Zarya bubbles Lucio. Lucio doesn't boop Monkey or Diva away from his Zen. Zen backs into a corner instead of his team. Brig comes in 5 seconds later and does nothing. Zarya gets no damage done despite being 100 energy. Diva just fucking dies. We trance nothing. Maybe your Zen got low. Did where would your Zen be to even get low? Oh, your Diva's low. Your Diva got demacked. No, your Zen was low. See, he had no health. And then it just falls apart from there. You guys just EMP him and clean up the fight. Uh, Despite your teammate being an edgelord piece of shit, um, it, that's a super fucking weird attack. Um, so as far as advice, I'd say as a whole, creating plans and analyzing your win conditions is I find one of the most fun things about Overwatch, and one of the things that separates it from any other game. The thinking on the fly about what you can do, given what you want, and creating the win conditions with your team really takes your team play to the next level. So I want to see you guys actually analyzing what you can do with your ult, what you want to do with your team comp, what they want to do, and to put that more actionably, I at least want you guys to know what ults they have and have plans to bait out ults, um, plans in case of ults, and just general tactics of what to do. A game plan, some might say, because most of your game plans this entire game were either positional callouts of where you were going to path, um, or just I'm going to dive Zen, which is fine. It is the most brute force method that works a lot of the time. If you do not have a coordinated team and you just dive the backline, you win. That's how team play works. If one team has team play and the other doesn't, the team with team play wins, even if they have a horrible plan or a horrible comp, like you guys did. Um, they actually just win. So try to um, actually create a plan of how to win. Know the enemy's ultimates, and I think that's a great place to start. But you guys definitely have coordination. You're actually working fairly well together, and a decent amount of skill to work with. You guys can definitely be a much better team. Um, Not that I think. I mean, obviously, skill is a factor, but I don't even think skill is that big of a factor when it comes to teams at this level. I think it's mostly about your ability to work as a team. Um, so, practice on those. I think if you guys apply those basic tactics and such, you should see improvement really fast.